I got a new gun, guys, and I know what you're gonna say because Jenna already said the same thing. Jim, what are you gonna do with that gun? It's senseless. It's pointless. Why do you have this? That is dumb. I have a very valid reason for owning this gun. Dinosaurs. Intro. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Big Apple Ranch and welcome back to the range. Welcome back to Sunday Gunday. Today I got a brand new gun to show you guys, but before I do that, let me show you the gun that started it for me. This is a Smith & Wesson 500. This gun was released in 2003, and shortly after it was released, these big magnums were everywhere in video games and in movies, and you just heard about them all the time. Well, in 2013, I was 12 years old, super impressionable, all about the video games, and when I learned a little bit about this gun, it became my dream gun. This was the gun that I wanted to have. Finally, a few years ago, I bought it, and I love it, and I shoot it all the time. This is one of my favorite guns in my safe. But this gun has created a sickness for me. Now, I'm addicted to 50 cals. I want every 50 caliber gun there is, thanks to this. I want a Barrett 50 cal. I want a Beowulf. I want all those little convoluted calibers, the 50 GI and all the oddball ones too. But I picked up one of the not so oddball ones. A Desert Eagle. This is a 50 AE Desert Eagle, and I always said that if I ever bought a Desert Eagle, it was gonna be the most out there colored Desert Eagle I could think of, and that is the gold tiger stripes. I got it. I love it. Now, the Desert Eagle has been around a lot longer than the Smith & Wesson 500. I'm aware of that. 1982, I believe, for the Desert Eagle. 2003, I believe, for the Smith & Wesson. But the Smith & Wesson was the gun that I wanted. I had no interest in the Desert Eagle until I shot the 50 cal. And then I decided that I want every 50 cal. So I was at the gun store the other day and I just couldn't resist. They had a couple of these tiger stripe guns. I always said if I got one, it would be the tiger stripe gun. So I bought it. Let's take a look at the bullets. This is a Smith & Wesson 500. This is a Smith & Wesson 500 Magnum hand load. This here is a 50 AE. If you compare them to each other, clearly, the Smith & Wesson still takes the cake as the king of the handguns. It's still the big boy. But I got a feeling this is gonna kick pretty good too. Let's go test them out. All right, guys, first things first, I'm gonna shoot the gun that I know and love, the gun I've had for years. And then we're gonna compare it to the recoil of the 50 AE, of the Desert Eagle. I love this gun. All right, guys, now we've got the Desert Eagle. 7 rounds in this magazine. Let's compare the recoil. I love it. Well, guys, they're both really nice guns, but I'm having a hard time deciding which one recoils more, so I think a side-by-side comparison is the best way. Yeah! Well, guys, they're both kind of a handful, but I gotta give it to the Smith & Wesson 500. It's still got more powder behind it. and it's a harder hitting gun. Now, those hand loads that I had are compressed loads, so they're pretty hot. I'm gonna start loading for the 50 AE. I bet you I can make it pretty hot too. I mean, it definitely snaps. There's a difference in the recoil. The 500's almost like a kick straight back. It's like you're getting thumped. Whereas the Desert Eagle, it's more of a snap. It's more of a crack up. But I want to test their power out. We're going to shoot a couple of cans of Pepsi, and I want to see which one of the two guns implodes that can better. Let's go. We're going to start off with the Desert Eagle. I hit low. All right, let's try this again. There she goes. Not really the explosion I was expecting, but we hit it. All right, guys, it's time to give the 500 a chance. Let's see what it does to these cans. Yeah, the 500's stronger. Did you see that? Haha. Let's go check out some of this damage. So the 500 is still king, boys. Here's the can that the 50 AE hit, and it sure imploded it. It sure did some damage. It was a good hit, blew it up. Here is the can that the 500 hit. Well, there's part of it anyway. You see, there's a part of it here, and there's a part of it here, and another part over here. And I'm pretty sure that might be it. I thought I saw one part go flying. No. Okay, so that's it. So where the 50 AE blew the can apart successfully, the 500 Smith & Wesson annihilated it. I had a few rounds left in that 500 Smith, so I took a few shots at this homemade plate rack with mild steel that you shouldn't be shooting with a 500, and yeah, you should not be shooting this with a 500. Oh man, I hit 2 times. Right here was one, and it bent the crud out of this. Yeah, and it knocked over all the other plates. I didn't even hit this plate, knocked it right off. And then I took a few shots with both guns at this silhouette, but this is AR 500 half-inch thick. So, yeah, even at that 10 yards, I feel maybe a slight dent. And I'm not sure which was which. Yeah, the 500 Smith & Wesson is king. The Desert Eagle is very cool, but it's got nothing on that 500, that's for sure. All right, boys, now let me clear something up for all the fanboys out there. I am not talking trash on the Desert Eagle. I respect both of the guns, and the engineering behind the guns is impeccable. This Desert Eagle has been a gun I've wanted for a very, very long time, and I love it. I couldn't be happier. But when it comes to straight up destruction, this Smith & Wesson 500 is king. This is the most powerful handgun in the world. The only gun that might give this a run for its money would be the Magnum Research BFR. You can make the argument that that's a rifle round in a revolver anyhow, the 45-70. It's really not apples to apples. This round was designed from the ground up by Smith & Wesson for this gun. This gun is amazing. But you feel it. You feel it a whole hell of a lot more than you feel this one, that's for sure. This is a comfortable shoot. I love this gun. I'm glad I bought it. It's a beautiful gun too. Look at the tiger stripes. Well guys, that's all I got for you today. Thanks for coming to check out Sunday Gunday. Thanks for coming to checking us out on the Big Apple Ranch. Thanks for coming to the range. Like, comment, subscribe below, and hit that bell notification if you want to stay up to date with the latest and greatest gun content on YouTube. I'm out.